Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the thing you stubbed your toe on last night. This is Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. And we are headed to the outpost here. Good, we do have Virelli. Because we received well, let's just say a distress call, I suppose. As some of their knights went missing, and they want us to investigate. So I will. Okay. I have buffed everyone, summoned, and Virelli appears to have a thought he would like to share. Virelli scans the top of the hill. Wisps of smoke rise into the air, giving away the location of the outpost. We must hurry and remain very, very alert. Seela still apparently has the weapon that increases her, or that allows her to insta-kill something with a crit, and they can reach it from down there. Oh, right. Before we continue, I should show you guys Bismuth has the Summon Treant ability again. I figured out how you're supposed to get people that don't have it not only the ability to summon, but all of the associated Azada buffs, and that is by having them rest at the camp, or not at the camp, but at the court. I don't know if it's regular rest, or if you can just regularly rest by pressing R, for example, or if you have to interact with the lake. I don't think it's big enough to be called a lake, right? Let's just call it a pond and have that. And just leave it like that. What? Who's the fastest?
A bright future awaits.
I think that's kind of obvious. Weird. The icon to show that she was going to be moving there did not show up. Grand Owl of Wisdom, huh? Oh, actually, take that. And that.
It is no trouble.
Let's see. She has no dexterity bonus. This figurine of a cat is engraved with a name that doesn't fit its appearance. Once activated, it grants the user a permanent +1 bonus on all skill checks, and then vanishes. Not really that good. Also, before I forget, I do want to make sure... What were you thinking of? Journal. I still haven't finished Night Gamblers, and I have no idea how to go about doing that. Right, the extirpators camp. We also have to do that. So that may be next on our itinerary. But first things first.
On my way.
We will.
Weird. Oh, it's like that, huh? No, they went after Regil, not... Ugh.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah, good luck with that. Also, I was right about Ivu's Sacred Nimbus from whatever piece of equipment that I gave her. She can use... I was going to say she can use it, but the icon is now not... I didn't try to click on it just because I wanted to actually attack instead, but it didn't look like I would be able to...
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
Land, please.
Retreat is not an option.
Into the flame.
Suspicious traveler. A pale youngster practically prostrates himself before you. Finally, someone's here! And it's the Crusaders, too! Please help me. I'm all alone and I don't know what to do. This lad's appearance perfectly matches the description of one of the cultists who are supposed to arrive with the lost escort. A cultist? No, I'm just an apprentice craftsman. They made us work against our will there. It seems to me like the cultist is either lying or keeping something from us. Or even worse. The lad recoils and then, surprisingly deftly, jumps away from you.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Fowler of Virtues. Land does not have a clear shot, so I'm going to actually delay. The Befouler doesn't actually get its turn now. And I don't want to put land that close to it. Oh, hold on. You can actually... Oh! He can hit it from where he is. Oh, well, that just sucks for you, doesn't it? You poor, stupid thing. Well, that ended faster than I had any reason to ever expect it would. I didn't check its HP or anything. I just sort of, did the thing that takes the lives, and I was expecting a much... I was expecting an exchange, not just that. Anyway, Regil nods to himself. One less demon. Splendid. Perhaps, well, if they had an evil choice, I would have gone with that, but none of these make any real sense. Perhaps all the captured cultists were possessed by demons, and they assaulted the knights when they thought the moment was right. A reasonable assumption. Let's see what else we are able to find out. I must commend your shrewdness. We would have had it rough if you hadn't unmasked the demon. We must verify the claim that the knights returned to the outpost. Move out.
Together we stand.
The outpost is shrouded in silence. The 3 chapters seem to have simply vanished, leaving only the pillars of smoke from their fires to testify to the recent presence of the living. That doesn't seem to unnerve Regil in the slightest. He dispassionately scans the empty camp, as if waiting for something. Breaking the prevailing silence, a sudden musical laugh sounds harsh and almost sinister. Knight Commander, at last! I've been dying to meet you. Come on, don't be so sullen. Come on over and have a little rest after your journey. You can always stab me or hit me with a spell a bit later. If you feel like doing that at all, of course. Ivu looks around timidly. It's so scary here. Can we grab these tasty treats and find a place that isn't as scary? Do you know what I see? A trap. The Count's wide gesture encompasses the entire area. Then he nods at the succubus. And it's bait. What an arrogant, talkative demon we've got here. I can see you've made yourself quite at home in our camp. What have we here? One of those black-armored blockheads? Why don't you join me and the commander for a little meal? Surely the mighty knight isn't scared of a little temptation. The demon bats her eyelashes innocently. Regil subtly frowns. Surprisingly, he then steps forward without hesitation and sits next to the demon. Let's talk. Why is this camp deserted? Karanda. My name is Karanda. As for the camp's inhabitants, well, that's a long story. Please sit, Commander. We have a lot to discuss. Alright, let's talk. The demon claps her hands joyfully. Moro, you have no idea how eager I was to meet you and how quickly I got here when I discovered you were coming. Do you feel at ease talking to me in this shape? Because I can always slip into something more comfortable. With a snap of her fingers, Karanda becomes a golden-haired, bright-eyed young man dressed in the white of a Serenrayan cleric. I can look like this, so likable, so trustworthy. Or, if you prefer, this is my favorite form. It has driven so many crusaders out of their minds. The demon's playful pose oddly clashes with the strict and upright appearance of Queen Galfrey. Very charming. Now stop this farce, demon. Oh, Sir Knight, do tell me, aren't you bored with yourself? Every soul must feel something to get their blood pumping. Some are driven by avarice, others by lust, others still by envy. And if you think you've managed to shield yourself from every vice and every flaw, well, that just means that you're blind and your vice is the greatest of them all. Pride. You said you knew I was coming. How? The demon looks astonished for a moment. How did I know? Well, we all have our sources. Perhaps I'll tell you all about them. If we can establish a certain friendship. Are you here to preach at us, or do you actually have something meaningful to say? The demon's expression grows serious. I apologize for the frivolities, Knight Commander. It's so hard to restrain myself. I blame those knights. Those denizens of the abyss could torture them as thoroughly as they punish themselves. But now on to business. I have a rather unusual request. I'd like to become a crusader. And before 1001 objections escape your mouth, think about this. Your fame precedes you by quite some distance. They speak of you even down in the abyss. You've never encountered anyone possessing such power. That is so exciting. The demon exhales loudly. I even heard that a part of your power trickles down to your most loyal companions. So why would a clever lady like me keep on serving demon lords? There is someone so unusual and intriguing. I can't promise you I'm going to kneel before that Ioma day of yours right away, but I have many, many interesting stories to tell about my friends from the Abyss. Of course, I can also be of personal use to you. Any shape you desire, remember? I'm not even sure which of your suggestions was more revolting, demon. Your effortless betrayal of your kin or your filthy insinuations. Karanda's tail suddenly springs up and its tip gently caresses Regel's cheek. Oh, do smile a little. You know I've been staring at this option for about a minute now, right? Just gonna go a little on. What else can this tail of yours do? He said, choosing the chaotic option that doesn't really actually do anything for him. I could pluck a few simple melodies on a harp, unless you have a more enticing suggestion. Regardless, I am not interested in your personal use, but I could do with information about your fellow demons. Tell me everything you know, then you may consider yourself enlisted. Fine, but I'm not used to giving up so easily. The demon chuckles. Want me to convince you? Here's a little tease. You asked me about the knights from this camp. They've locked themselves up in the outpost's main building, scared out of their wits. Go let them out. I'll join you later and tell you everything I know about the plans of my former allies. That's a serious conversation, so we'll have to be very thorough. Regel's expression is difficult to read, but he does not seem very happy. Through clenched teeth, he says, "Come, we must examine the building."
We will win this war.
Nope.
This is simple.
Can someone just interact with the goddamn thing, please? Sheesh, it shouldn't take that much.
No reason to pause. I'll see what I can do.
The outpost is in perfect condition. Everything appears to be in its right place and there are no signs of battle. Can't go back there.
Godspeed.
A security checkpoint, huh? A tall man wearing black armor and a full helm salutes you with his sword. Knight Commander, you've rallied to our defense. We were forced to retreat under the onslaught of the demon Karanda and her lackeys. We held position as long as we could, but we were sure to perish without outside help. The knight adds in a hushed voice, "Many of us are injured. Could you assist us, please? We hit the wounded in the back of the outpost so that the demons couldn't reach them as easily." Rachel remains silent and calculated as he studies the nights. Your story has too many inconsistencies. Rachel permits himself a slight smirk. I was hoping you'd see through their ruse, Morrow, and I'm not disappointed. I expected more from you, demon.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Oh, don't worry, they're going to be having a very... From Rachel. Deep Shadow Demon. Angler of Vices. Cool, cool. Elemental Assessor, not a fan. Dang it. She missed one of them, but it doesn't look like it would have made much of a difference. Except it might have gotten them down to half. So we just have Wave of Exhaustion just sitting in our back pocket, do we?
Endure this!
Oh, right, the Treants aren't in here. And of course... Wait, what? Why does he have no... Because during the cutscene with the succubus, we, of course, ended up forced to desummon Bismuth, which is why he now has no charges for summoning and is back to being a backpack. Also, why is there a treant on the... It's weird. Where's Rachel at, anyway? I don't understand why he can't just attack this thing. That's odd.
Kneel before me.
I can't summon, I can't transform, I can't cast magic. This is fun. Now, I can do things. Next turn.
No glory without risk.
And there's a succubus in here. Really? What the frick were you smoking? Thanks, I guess. Right, I forgot this guy was here. That's my fault. Oh yeah, this guy's gotta go.
Make every strike count.
And so he did.
This one's mine.
See? That was your first mistake. Really, I've got nothing I can do with him, so... Oops. Who's he hitting? Oh, it's Karanda. Yeah, naturally she died. God dang it. And she's out of there. And he whiffed so many shots.
Press the attack.
What level are these guys? They're doing no damage. 14?
The inheritor of my blade.
This is laughable in an unamusing way. We have bless. Yeah.
See that?
He crit? Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it was obvious that he did, but...
Retreat is not an option.
Oh, I forgot she was here. Is there anyone that can actually... Guess we sort of have to do this,
Concentrate on your mistakes.
Into the flame.
They just sort of pop like grapes, don't they? Angler of Isis. Wait, the ugly shadow hisses. Let me ransom my life, Crusader. I have loot, much loot that I picked off the fallen. Surely it's worth the price of letting one poor soul slink back to the abyss. The cultist hostage trembles with fear and fails to utter a word. No. The demon grabs the throat of a kneeling cultist with his claws. Are you as deaf to compassion as you are to avarice? Have mercy on this mortal I used as a vessel. If you lay a hand on me, he's dead. He's dead either way. I mean, the response I should give seems pretty obvious, but... No, I'm not putting points into good. I'm more concerned about my alignment. Because we are halfway to level 14 now? Why would I care about the life of a cultist? die. The demon's death rattle reverberates off the walls. In his dying agony, he squeezes the kneeling cultist's neck with his claws, practically tearing the man's throat out. We vanquished the demons, but we still don't know where the knights from the camp are. Virelli casts a stern glance in your direction. Take a look around if you think it best. Then we must leave. It's time. Can someone please check her body?
Rules are made to be broken.
What the? Oh, they're exhausted, that's right.
Missed me already.
We do have this. Yeah, and it was permanent, so can't have that. Or any nice things, apparently. Alright, let's get out of here. Right, he's exhausted too.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
And he's walking in circles now. Hasty Eradicator. Sounds like a dagger with speed to me. What is this? Fighting the bleaching.
Let us press on.
May as well question this guy while I'm here. And they're all going to say the same thing.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Ooh, it's a heavy mace and demon blood. There's nothing else here. What am I looking at here? Paralictor Aminos Rentlings on his longsword. At last! How did it go, Paralictor Derange? Exactly as it should have. What details, Renth? Trod your signifiers. After all, your order takes such pride in them. Virelli, care to explain to the rest of the class? Of course. Virelli pauses, then deliberately continues in a louder voice so that Aminos And the other knights can hear him too. Everything that happened was... Everything that happened was, in a way, a show. Yeah, I've completely lost the voice. We'd received reports about the location of several particularly cunning demons. Not the fighting kind, but those who specialize in deceit and temptation. We could have surrounded and destroyed their hideout, but instead we let them know that the Knight Commander of Dresden would soon arrive in our deserted camp. The fiends swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. How could any of them miss an opportunity to prove themselves by killing the new leader of the crusade? Demons love talking about the pride of mortals, but in fact, they suffer from that vice far more than anyone else. Reginald's smile is a cruel one. Now, for the critical bit, my reasons. Even though the Orders knew a lot about the new commander's behavior, that information lacked veracity and consistency. For instance, it's always useful to know just how well your principal ally is able to resist deceit and temptation. And so I suggested that they meet with Karanda and her cohorts. So you were testing me? Yes, I was. Reginald doesn't look away. Someone had to, seeing that Her Majesty Galfrey of Mendel is so prone to bestowing titles and armies without a second thought. Reginald lowers his voice a touch, and yet you can't claim that I was insincere. I made myself crystal clear when I stated my interest in your person and your unusual powers back when we first met. I also mentioned how important you are for the Crusade and our shared cause. We are at the vanguard of what is possibly the most important war of our age. No one can afford the privilege of blind trust with these stakes. There are flaws in the way you approach problems, but nothing that cannot be corrected. A new leader can be forgiven some shortcomings. I hope you outgrow them quickly. On the one hand, your sense of humor provokes questions. Then again, it's an acceptable vice, a minor one. Reginald shrugs with just a shade of frustration. We can still work together, Reginald, but don't you dare lie to me or test me like that ever again. Your demand is unreasonable. I understand that my actions can be seen as disrespectful or whimsical, but they were neither. Now that we've discussed everything, there's still a small matter to attend to. Reginald looks at the ranks of knights and raises his voice. Yaka Ankel. 2 steps forward. I hear and I obey, Paralector Derange. We must speak about your role in recent events. You received my order to visit the Knight Commander in Dresden and feed him misleading information. How should a knight behave in this situation? Yaka swallows dryly as he tries to feign composure. A knight must obey his commander's orders. If his commander's orders directly contradict the tenets of the measure and the chain or go against the order's interests, then the knight must report his commander to the higher order command. Reginald's piercing gaze bores into the young knight. And what did you do? Did you report me? No, sir. With your permission, sir. I deduced that it was some kind of test for the Knight Commander. That didn't seem right to me, but you don't have my permission to blabber excuses, knight. Why is there not an option to say nothing at this point? I mean, I get why he's punishing him. It's stupid, but it makes sense for them. Why is that treant in the wall? Anyway. Well, if the commander deems my verdict faulty, then we shall postpone this review of your actions. Dismissed. And that is all. Thank you for your visit, Commander. Well, at least I did get something out of this. We got the Hasty Eradicator. +2 dagger allows the wielder to make 2 additional attacks during a full attack action. This effect is not stacked with the effect of the haste spell. It's fine. Sunstroke. What a name. Whenever this +3 radiant cold iron heavy mace lands a hit, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw with a difficulty class of 23 or become sickened for 1 to 4 rounds. Oh, this wasn't a waste of my time. I mean, the weapons we got weren't terrible. It's a shame they didn't have butter in that crate. I really did need it. Well, I guess that's truly it for this place. So I'm going to see what's the closest place with a quest that we can get into trouble at. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but for you guys it'll be but an instant. Alright, so I'm not sure what to do about this particular issue I've encountered. We are presently in the molten... We're currently in the Molten Scar, and as you can see here, the entire quest that being here related to has failed for some reason. I don't understand how that is. We had 3 main objectives. Scout out the ravines, done. Talk to Anevia and hear her latest report, done. All we missed was exploring the Scar. We're here now. But as soon as I stepped foot into this place, this quest and all of its subsequent objectives failed. I don't understand. It occurs to me to look it up, but I don't want to spend an hour recording this video while I do it. So I'm going to put that off until after I'm done recording. Won't matter to me then, really, but at the very least, we can make sure that I didn't do anything wrong. For now, however, we can at least kill what there is to kill and loot what there is to loot. You know my motto. I can hardly see it. It's too bright outside. I don't know if I got all of the buffs that we're supposed to have. Also, I've discovered that Break Enchantment is actually a terrible, terrible spell that is going to ruin my game or ruin a fight at some point in the future. This is not a guess. This is a predictive fact. This is going to happen. I'm going to use this at some point to try and remove a curse or transmutation or some sort of effect from someone, just one person in the group, maybe two. And I'm going to try and use this to do it. And it's going to, as I witnessed before, strip all of the buffs off of everyone in the area in my party. I don't want that. If I had known that's what it would do, I never would have gotten it. Because that's not a good effect. Why in the world does this remove buffs from your party? I can understand the transmutations and curses. That's fine. That's in fact what I got it for. But why does it remove all buffs? That's what I don't get. Also, I took the Boots of Free Reign, which gives freedom of movement to the wearer. I took them from Regil and gave them to Ember because she's going to be permanently slowed for as long as she's wearing whatever that item is. Oh, this looks promising. Will there be violence? Maybe cakes and cookies? That's an exit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I feel it necessary to say that I loaded the game back from the point where it was just before I entered the Molten Scar. That's the name of it. So I went back to that save because, frankly, traveling all the way there was a complete waste of my time and effort. Resting in order to get my spells back and then use them again to buff myself for a fight that never happened was a waste of my time. So I decided to get that bit of corruption back and spent it resting before I entered this place. Lo and behold, it doesn't appear as if there might be a cave where we might be able to do violence, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not expecting it to turn into that. Where we currently are is the Dragon Burial Ground, as you may have guessed from the dragon bones you see before us. This is all the way in the northwest of the, I want to say World Wound, but I don't know how big it actually is. Anyway, this is in the northwest of the area, far west of Dresden. So, let's go ahead and talk to Lothamus. I don't care how it's pronounced.
No reason.
At the very least, let's make sure she gets on her.
Did I mess up again?
Let us all take a second to note that Seela cannot ride herself. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I fail to see it. Lothamus looks at you from the shadows. His eyes seem to glow in the dim light. Here you are. I've already explored some of the surrounding area and discovered a number of... but then I doubt you'd be interested. Here's my suggestion. You go first and slay... I almost said go first and lay any monsters that might be lurking up ahead. And I'll follow close behind, carefully examining everything. Agreed? I forget who you are, so can you remind me what it is I'm getting out of this? I'm willing to give you all of my savings. After all, with your help, I'll gain something even better. The incomparable reward of knowledge. And if you chance upon any relics that might be useful to your cause, please don't hesitate to take them as well. All I require for my research are dragon bones. What are you after? It seems like a cave, typical cave full of bones. The history of dragons is so deeply rooted in the past, and the evidence we uncover is a wondrous gift. But what concerns me is not of the past. It's not the past, it's the future. Dragons fought and fell here in a terrible bloody battle, but why? For what? Perhaps by knowing why they fought, we can put an end to all such conflicts between dragons once and for all. As you know, not all dragons are good. Only metallic dragons truly embody such moral principles. Of course, there are others, rebels, destroyers, warriors. Yet all of them share a love for solitude and seclusion. So what could have possibly inspired the dragons to form two armies? Even thinking about it fills me with awe. Have you even discovered any evidence of battle yet? Oh yes, I found a halberd with the symbol of Apsu, as well as a number of skeletons, wearing human and elven armor. These weren't just any mere marauders, they were richly dressed warriors. Think about it. Why would anyone but dragons be found in a dragon burial ground? This would only happen if these people also participated in the battle, under the command of their dragon leaders. In addition, I found dragon bones covered in bite marks and skulls bearing the characteristic signs of damage caused by dragon claws. All of this points to violent death, and if we consider where those bones are located, well... No, this is no mere burial ground. I think if we descend even deeper into the cave, we'll discover further evidence of the ancient battle that took place here. Alright then, I'll take a look in these caves. Someone folded his arms over his chest and placed a sword in his hands. Good for him. Make sure there are no perception checks. Always remember. Now, before we go through this door, I do want to let you know I'm probably going to buff because who knows what violence may occur further in. Oh, I do like my violence. Anyway, again, I'm going to buff everyone and then the exploration truly will begin. As promised, we have finally finished buffing. At least, nope, no, we haven't.
Not falter.
Where is she? Health for her and Regil. As well as a bit more dexterity. I tried the acid maw for Ivu, but it doesn't really, it's not that good, frankly. Oh, I didn't get, dang it. Oh, right, speaking of which, I also forgot to get the boots to Ember, which I did before, but need to do again. Okay, we're all set. Unfortunately, these boots break every so often, so that's something I need to keep. Well, their effect breaks for whatever reason. So I need to keep a close eye on that because she needs to not be slowed. Ooh, right. She also needs this. Alright. I can still barely see. I hate... Oh. Oh, of course. Venomous giant spiders.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
No fun for the wicked, I suppose.
Do not
He
waver.
missed. You had one job, Lan. One. I'll wait. This is just a standard action. Why can't she use it? I think I'll hold here. God dang it. Just trying to put that on the bar because it keeps coming off, apparently, when I load the game. For a split second there, I was going to try and load. Not good. Not load, I was going to try and quick save. What the frick? That's unexpected.
Retreat is not an option.
Out of my sight! I will see to
I don't
your
understand.
demise, precision, and grace.
I don't understand. Why can't...
This. Out of my sight!
Why can't I right click?
I will see to your demise.
These are magical beasts. So I can't even check. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So I can't check what buffs they have or anything. It's annoying.
Won't survive me.
And that's why we summon treants. I don't want to be here forever, so I'm just going to kill these guys. We're going to go here. So if she kills this,
The inheritor, guide my blade.
that was a bigger if than I thought it was. Right, they all have concealment. That would have to be blur, right? I can't check though, because if it is blur, wait, someone missed from concealment before. Would it be able to tell me? We probably have to go back to Lan's turn. I'm wondering if, having missed due to concealment, I can see what it was that is granting them concealment. This guy's going to get himself killed.
Kneel before me. Endure this.
was one miss due to concealment, but it doesn't say how. Now we've got an athletics check there. I think we'll do the athletics check right now. It can't even be failed, so...
Mongrel did it.
The lower jaw of this dragon's skull is fractured as if destroyed by a powerful blow. Interesting. So that's where we came from.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
And giant. Awesome and giant.
Thanks, Lan. You're so...
There are a lot of bones in this area. You would think there would be a perception check for something in there, but... what the frick? Lathamus quickly and greedily looks around the cave. When he touches the walls, his hands tremble. Oh, this must be the Sanctum Sanctorum. Perhaps whatever is hidden behind these doors provoked such violent conflict, or will we find a tomb of forgotten draconic chiefs instead? Would you look at this? Ancient draconic runes. Even I can only guess at their meaning. Simply astonishing. How many centuries old is this place? Lathamus grins as if he can't quite believe his own luck. And do you see this image? This is Apsu spreading his wings over a clutch of glowing dragon eggs. His spouse is supposed to be depicted right here next to him, but the image has been defaced. Such blasphemy. Lathamus studies the door for a few moments. Such cunning magic. I've never faced something like this before. I'm afraid it will take me some time to unlock this door. Days, perhaps weeks. I'm sure your duty calls you, so I dare not delay you any further. Please accept my sincerest gratitude along with this modest reward. Of course, I'll let you know as soon as I find out how to open this lock. I wouldn't dare be here without your help, and I promise we'll enter the chamber together. Perhaps I could help. Understanding the significance of the signs and symbols etched deep into the rock proves to be a challenge, but your keen mind is able to grasp a few elusive glimpses of meaning, child, future, and world. This is ancient magic. You cannot conquer it with brute force. Allow me to deal with this tedious work, Commander, and do not trouble yourself. There is something about a child and about the future of dragons. How very interesting. Perhaps this is a metaphor, or maybe there's something immensely precious to dragons hidden behind this door. Something that is vitally important to their future and the future of the entire world. We stand on the brink of a great discovery. I don't need you anymore. Fine, I'm leaving. Thank you. To be honest, I work better when I'm alone. I'll let you know as soon as I succeed. I promise not to enter the chamber without you. There was nothing of interest in there, so hopefully there's something interesting further in. How did I get here? So from this way, took that to there. Okay.
A bright future awaits
Shut up.
us.
Here's hoping that doesn't happen again. Everything in here is junk. What do you have? Cheese?
We will win this war.
Even better. What the frick are everyone's treants?
Always be ready for the worst.
We'll make things right.
Oh, see my pleasantries.
Our teammates.
Okay.
Let us press on.
They will break against our
Greater
resolve.
skeletal champions. And a champion guard. The skeleton wears elven armor. Someone folded his arms over his chest and placed a sword into his hands. Don't do that. For a split second, I was terrified. This is supposed to be something, isn't it? God.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
So I can't pick up whatever this is?
Rule rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Will we finally find something of value? Of course not. But I'm here anyway because it has to be done. Chaotic hammer.
Let's have some fun.
With what? Greater Skeletal Champion Sharpshooter.
Just a little more.
What is this nonsense? He can go invisible, so there's that.
The light. You.
Yes.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Next turn, Morrow dies, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Not like it'll help. Oh, you did this to yourself. Meanwhile, Morrow slips out the back. Next turn. Right, I forgot to take the freaking cape, cloak, whatever off of. I can't use the spell.
Survive me. Press the attack.
Nice. Well, that was terrible. Is there anywhere else we haven't been yet? Yeah, we did neglect to go this way. I think there's another path that direction. How about if these... Dang it. These three go here.
Together, we stand. Right, the cloak. I don't know how much. I don't even know where I got that cloak from. Did I buy it? Did I find it? The only reason it matters is because if I found it, that's fine. It was free. I spent no money to get it. But if it's something I bought, I could look it up, but frankly, I really don't want to know.
Endure this.
Jeez. Could you not, maybe? Yeah, that seems fair.
Retreat is not an option.
No glory without risk.
Yeah, that seems fair. Okay.
Make every strike count. See that?
Yes.
What? How was only one of... And he's still getting... That has to be Blur. Blur is the only one that isn't affected by the reduction to mischance due to concealment? I don't remember what. Glitter Dust doesn't work against that, but there is that other spell, Fairy Fire, which does work against Blur. But I don't remember. The only one who could have it is Morrow.
Kneel before me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
But if he does, I don't know. I have no idea where it could be. Oh, there it is. Not really worth it. What? Right. Just a touch range, yeah. Oh, there the treants go.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Seriously.
This one's mine.
Into the flame.
I welcome your company.
First, the poison. Okay. Don't we have someone that grants resistance to poison?
Or have I just been skipping that spell? Folks, it looks like coming here was not worth it either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to adventure and explore and all of that stuff, but I do it with the expectation that it's going to be rewarded, even if only in some small way. Not the case here. At least so far.
Are we in trouble yet?
Just watch.
You won't survive me.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Nice job, Lan. Yeah, there's no way I'm hitting them with the reflex, or the spell whose save is based in reflex. Ah, we can do this though. Is it touch range? Yep. I can give it to... I'm just going to let them come to us. No more poison for him. Oh wait, that's... I haven't actually used it on him yet. That is unfortunate for you. You got greedy. What is with this camera?
The light take you.
Excuse me?
Endure this.
Okay. That's enough of that.
Press the attack!
And not a single thing worth my time. This place is awful. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. Okay? I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I hate this place. I got nothing out of being here. Every single piece of loot that we could have acquired was garbage. And Morrow almost died, so that was fun. Thank goodness the archer only got one attack before it was his turn, otherwise, well, that would have been that. We will have another episode tomorrow, so hopefully I can find something interesting to get into. Because we've still got a number of other quests to be taken care of. Night Gamblers, not so much, but the Imposter, the Extirpator's camp is far in the south. So I may go ahead and deal with that before next episode and then get us down there. So we can get that taken care of. On the Cusp of the Abyss, maybe? Nope. Attack out of nowhere. That's doomed to fail. Middle game. Nope. So yeah, it looks like that's it. All we need to do is take care of Night Gamblers, the Imposter, and everything else takes care of itself, really. So, with all that said, we will see you next time.